Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Eka Nur K from Biological Education offering a University of Malang. This is my second task for English for Biology and hope you enjoy it. I will explain about an article that have a title Ecological Intensification Swipe Pesticide for Biodiversity. Professor David Klein said the current trend in agriculture is that everything should be done on a larger scale, and if you have a problem, you spray with pesticide or an artificial fertilizer. Professor David is someone who expert in ecological plant and nature conservation. According to United Nations of Food and Agriculture Organization or FAO, if global population and food consumption trends still continue, the world will need to produce 60% more food on 2050. There are two ways we can do to achieve the highest yield and get the lowest cost as much as possible. It is conventional intensification and ecological intensification. Ecological intensification aims to achieve the highest yield at the lowest cost as much as possible, but it is use a pesticide. The pesticide can cause biodiversity loss, soil degradation, water pollution, and high greenhouse gas emission. So the expert use the other ways to increase the yield, and the alternative is ecological intensification. Ecological intensification use service provided by nature to benefit the farmer, like incorporating semi-natural habitats into farms to attract the insects. Ecological intensification has begun to applied in Northwest Europe. Ecological intensification is also still trying to be introduced deeper into the farmer by provide a guidance and evaluate the biodiversity and agronomic effect of the measure. Researchers helped to establish wildflower habitats on Dutch blueberry farms to attract the pollinator and allow the farmer to see themselves the benefit of ecological intensification. But the weakness of ecological intensification isn't much use for those who grow crops that don't need pollination like wheat, corn, and root vegetable. Ecological intensification doesn't make much sense yet as the cost or risk of practice such as creating of or maintaining semi-natural habitats are still higher than the benefit. A solution may use other ecological intensification practice for profitability, such precision farming with drones, reducing the amount of ploughing, or tillage. Tillage needed in order to maintaining the long-term nutrient content of the soil, and using crops grown for the enrichment of the soil, known as cover crops. Professor Maria said that if the farmer have to go to minimum tillage and use cover crops, and if all of it works well, the farmer can have as much income or even higher income than before. Tillage is ploughing farmland to mix up the soil, bury the grass layer, and prepare a uniform bed for sowing. But In recent years, this approach has been proved to be detrimental to the soil ecosystem and to long-term soil fertility. Professor Maria said the soil is a living system. There are organisms adapted to more and less air. If you come with a plow and turn around the soil, you bring the lower layers up in contact with the air and lot of organisms will die. These organisms are part of an ecosystem that help plants control pests and fight disease. To support reduced tillage, Oscar has been testing different species of cover crops. There are types of plants like clovers, legumes, and grasses, which are planted alongside or between cash crops where their ecological service boosts yield and reduce the need of ferti- pesticide and herbicide. This is because they, uh, they compete with weeds and create ecosystem where it worms, bacteria and fungi can thrive and help create soil organic matter. It also stops soil erosion and can lock in extra carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Oscar identified which species have the biggest potential and are developing a decision-making tool to help farmers choose the most suitable cover crop. And the question is, what are the risks of ecological intensification? Ecological intensification only can grow in the crops that need pollination, and the ecological intensification need special treatment, and it is make this method need expensive cost and sufficient knowledge. All of it make this method have a higher weakness than the benefit. And this is my resume. Hope you enjoy it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.